I would love for you to tell us about your first purchase, your first property purchase. How old were you?
I was, what is it, 2025 of 2019 was my first purchase, 6 years ago. So I was 31.
How was the market?
It was slow and it was great.
Where did you buy?
So I bought in Long Branch.
Yeah.
As my first purchase, money.
Nice buy.
So I bought in 2019 in Long Branch, and it was funny because it was a condo town. We didn't want to be in a condo, wanted to be in a townhouse. So that was our first purchase. And my wife was very specific about a layout. She wanted a 2-story. I was cool with a flat, but a 2-story felt a little bit more like a house for her. And she grew up in a house.
My wife.
Sorry. And so that was our first purchase, and it was interesting because the property had been on the market for about 3 weeks at that point, and there was no showings for it. And so we bought it, and we lived in it for 2 years, and we kind of flipped it quickly because we found a house in the area we ultimately wanted to be in. But when we put it on the market, there was 25 showings booked in the first 2 days.
Wow.
Whereas when we bought it, there was 0 showings, and we went and saw it multiple times, so there wasn't any pressure.
Right.
Whatsoever. So that was my first purchase. And then, detached came around that we were really interested in, and that's where we are now.
Were these homes like ready to go? Did you have to do work in them?
So the first purchase was at Minto Townhomes, or Minto Long Branch. So brand new project.
Okay. I know Minto, yeah.
Yeah, maintenance fees are really good, and everyone was around the same demographic. So it was, it was perfect. It was new families or couples, young couples or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it resonated really well on the resale side, but also in 2021, there was no inventory. So people were just flocking. How do we both miss the same one?
Yes.
So people were really flocking to it when I sold it in 2021 because there was nothing to choose from. And so it was a very opposite effect from purchasing and selling. And that's kind of my first purchase. We only held on to it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Timing was right.
Nice.
And we made a good amount of money flipping it. And we are in a house.
Cool.
What about your first purchase?
Yeah. So my first purchase, I guess people call it house hacking.
Oh,
bro.
What's going on?
I bought a property with a friend of mine, and it was a triplex. So it was a typical semi-detached home in Toronto. Come on.
Oh, there you go.
I'll take it. A semi-detached home in Toronto had 3 separate units. And we ended up renovating a few of the units. My friend and I lived in one of them. So we had sort of a bedroom, living room, kitchen set up with a bath. And we had some tenants downstairs, some tenants upstairs. And yeah, it was a great house. We bought it back in 2011, just at the beginning of 2011 in January is when we closed on it. And
yeah, 2 feet.
Yeah, we bought it for a crazy price, $545. Now you can't even buy a 1-bedroom condo. Actually, now you can buy a 1-bedroom condo for that price. But yeah, it was a great property, and I've renovated it completely over the years, and I still live in a portion of the home and rent out the rest. So house hacking is a great way to be able to live in the city affordably.
And not be so financially strained too when it comes to the mortgage.
Exactly.
Oh my, I lost
Now,
it.
how can people do that these days? Right? Like, obviously, you need a big down payment to buy and purchase, a semi-detached home similar. Because a similar home like I have would probably go for around like 1.2 to 1.4.
Yeah.
But how can other people do that if they can't afford a property of that size?
So I think it depends. Like, if you want a house hack for a little while, you can even go outside of Toronto and start that way and work your way into the city, because like Hamilton we'll use, for instance, very cheap, very populated, lots of amenities, but the rent's only about 10% less than what it is in Toronto. So you're paying significantly less for the
prices are like 30-40%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can work your way into the city if you don't feel like you have enough money saved up, because people right now are just saving, and that's what we normally do. But like the market typically will outpace your savings. Inflation will dilute your money and what you can afford. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to start outside of Toronto and work your way into it. So that way, you buy I'm going to use Hamilton again as an example, but a Hamilton triplex, you live in one of the units, you rent out the other 2. It's almost the same market rents like I said, it's only a 10% difference on average.
Yeah.
Paying yourself a small mortgage, and then, you build up you hope over the years that, we don't just keep going like this. And then, markets do turn over time. And we're in a little bit of a slow market right now. It's taking a little bit, but eventually it will turn.
And again, if you own that property, you could potentially, let's say in the next 5, maybe 8 years from now, you want to upgrade, maybe get something larger.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily sell that home.
Yeah, you can leverage it.
You can exactly leverage it, use that house to buy another house.
Yep.
There's also, wow, that was crushed. There's also another house hack that you can do is buying a condo and having a friend move in with you to help pay the mortgage. So now you're looking at a 2-bed, 2-bath condo. You could have your friend move in with you and help offset that mortgage cost. So there's ways to do it nowadays.
Especially the good thing too about a 2-bed condo is they typically resale better than a 1-bed as well. So if you're house hacking with a condo and you got a roommate in there, down the road with resale value, people want the second bedroom for various reasons, whether it's family, whether it's an office, whether it's for a crash pad for people to stay, or whether it's just extra space. So that's also another way, your buck can go a long ways. We are seeing some frustration on the course, folks.
A little bit.
We are seeing some frustration.
It's been a while since I putted.